Hey guys, it's Paul from Montana. I have my 2004 GMC 2500 HD camper special. Got my old hunting camper on there. And I was just going to tell you what happened here recent. Maybe this will help you out. About a month ago, I let the truck idle for probably 15 minutes, and I got in it and I noticed the temp gauge was elevated just a little bit. And I took it for a drive and it was fine. So I thought, well, that's kind of weird. And then here last weekend, I took it on a trip with this camper on it, and I noticed the trans temp gauge was a couple clicks high. I'm used to seeing about, pretty cool, probably 120, 130 going down the highway, 140 max. And I saw it a couple clicks higher than that. And of course, these GM trucks have notorious problems with gauges too, so I wasn't 100% sure that was a problem. But when it became evident that it was truly a problem was when I was driving up a mountain road going pretty slow, and it's cold out. Keep in mind it's 40 degrees. And I was going pretty slow up the hill, and the trans gauge was kind of climbing higher than what I've ever seen it do. Not redline by any means, but probably in that 180, 190 range. And then the engine temp started going with it. So we parked, camped out, drove home on the highway, no problems. But of course, when I get home, I'm like, it's got to be something obvious. So first thing I did was check the fan clutch, and sure enough, that's what it was. And it's no secret. There's a bunch of videos on that, but it's how I tested it was. I got it up to operating temperature, and then shut it off, and I could see this fan. This is the new one. I've got the new fan clutch on here. I'm putting this back together, but it basically kept spinning after I shut the engine off. And then I started it up again, and I put on a big old welding glove. I don't know if I'd recommend doing this. Probably really a stupid thing to do, but I eased my hand in here with the welding glove on it, and I stopped the fan. Just boom, just stopped it like nothing. So I'm like, okay, bad fan clutch. So I went and bought a new one, and I'm putting it back together. And what I noticed on the new one is that it's probably like twice as hard to rotate as the old one. If you grab onto that nut and twist it, it's probably twice as stiff. I mean, there's so many videos on this stuff. This is probably dumb to even make one, but how I got it off there too, of course, was you can see where your serpentine belt is here, and then it's on top of this pulley. I just put a C-clamp on here really tight and whacked a crescent wrench a couple times, and off came the fan clutch, and then put it back together. So this is a pretty simple job, but I think maybe is what compelled me to make this video is I want to tell you the exact symptoms that I was having before, that led me to look into this. So tranny temp creeps up a little bit when you're going down the highway. Leave it idling, everything creeps up a little bit. Working it hard, going slow, everything creeps up too. That's your telltale sign you probably have a bad fan clutch. $65 later and a little elbow grease, you're done. Alright, thanks for watching.